For sure. Oh, look at that. Monkey King picked.
Wow. Wow.
It's actually again from PSG LGD. I wouldn't be surprised if they flex it this time around differently and they put it on a core position. We have seen it so many times in like a team picks a core, puts it on a support, then switches it out next time, even though you pick it in the first picking stage. Just so now Team Masters is confused. Is it going to be 4 again? Is it going to be core? How do we adapt? What do we pick?
Keep them guessing. Keep them guessing. Do you like a good flex pick, Black?
Depends on how flexible it is. Yeah, but
Think.
if, flex picks are good, but every hero in Dota has a quote-unquote perfect position, Like, if you can choose between a monkey middle and a monkey pos 4, and the middle monkey will have a really good game, you should always give it to the middle one because he's going to have much more impact to use his toolkit. So why didn't I do that, Lizard? What were they thinking?
They outflexed themselves, I think. That's what it was.
Too much gym.
Just
Too much
because
gym,
you
definitely.
can doesn't mean you should.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They were like looking themselves at the mirror, like, where's this Rubik gonna go? Give me mid, Rubik.
Mid now.
That'll show them. That'll confuse them.
It's like me when I'm on this app where I order my food. If you're spoiled for choice, oftentimes you make the wrong choice.
Or you can't even make a choice. You're paralyzed by it.
Exactly.
I scroll that app. I scroll on it for hours. Like
it's like there's so many restaurants.
I become catatonic. Like after a while, I can't even eat anymore. I just want to sleep. I'm done. I give up.
Oh, I just shut my eyes, spin it and spin it and spin it, and then just click, and then I'm ordering some kind of like jellied eel from 3 cities away, and it takes about 4 days to get here. But
it gets there eventually.
Yeah, it does. It does.
That's the most important part. Getting there eventually, Lizard. No matter how hard it is, you will get there.
You just have to believe.
Yes.
That's the first and foremost.
Like
and you have to show up.
Yes.
Not like B-Cop.
Not like B-Cop.
Not like B-Cop.
And not at the cost leaving the caster desk before the game even starts.
Yeah.
Oh, I was wondering. Are you saying B-Cop doesn't show up or something? Like, I thought that was unnecessary. But you're talking about the gym, just to be clear. He
didn't show up.
He didn't show up to the gym once, and now you guys are giving him a hard time. He does show up for work every day on time. Let's just be clear about that. Don't want to throw his good name under the bus for no reason.
So let's go back into the draft a little bit before chat rips us apart. We have Lina banned out. We have OD banned out on PSG LGD, followed by Raid King, Bat, and Phoenix. This Raid King, obviously picked right now, won. Let's get it out. But Bat and Phoenix covering mostly the Monkey King, but they're just solid picks right now. And also AA plus Monkey, they don't really do anything to these two.
No, they do not. No, they do not.
Do you see the other side? On the other side, we have Mars, Invoker, and Alchemist actually banned out in the second banning stage by Team ASTER. Which is
very interesting. Very interesting. It almost feels as if they see the AA and they're like, right, okay, well, this could be, the pseudo ban where we pick it, and then now you can't pick it, and now we're going to pick heroes which it's good against.
Wait, did PSG LGD play Alchemist versus LBZS as well? Maybe one game. They did, right?
Yeah. Game 2. They crushed them.
They tore them limb from limb.
Exactly. And they also had Monkey King in that game, so.
And it was not pos 4.
It was.
It was in fact
a core.
pos 1.
And now Team PSG LGD will pick up the Master of Beasts.
Which is very interesting to pick that against an Abaddon.
Yeah.
Because you can just Apothic shield it off. You can't draw Abaddon himself either. But of course, it still gives you a good laning ability and gives you the push with the Necro.
Yeah, it's just the Necros, man. Like this hero, all of these heroes that used to be about something else plus Necros, right now are pretty much all Necros. Like Beastmaster, you have the boards to slow you down, plus the Necros to purge you and get your mana off, and they just kill you. Same goes with Lycan. Like you don't have to attack with your main hero. You just send the beasts. That's
send the minions. Send in the pawns. Send in the clowns. You don't have to do anything. You can just sit back and watch your masterpiece take place. But no, it's a great point, and the Roar is always going to be a good spell. Even if there is a purge for it, if for whatever reason the Abaddon can't be there, he gets taken out, he's forced out of the fight, anything like that, then it is going to be, of course, be a very strong ability.
Yeah, and also in the laning stage, you aren't that great versus him. That's something, right? The laning stage can be a little bit more trickier. But later on in the game, if you're feeling much better than that last one as an Abaddon, because
one of the more common answers we see lately to the summons, you just disarm them and they can't hit you.
Just disarm them.
It's pretty smart.
Genius.
you can disarm the Monkey King as well in the lane, right?
You can.
Yeah.
That's also
But
pretty
if you
neat.
don't, then you die.
You do.
What's
Make
the chance?
sure,
80%? 16?
When he's playing versus me, it feels like 80-ish,
But when he's with you,
90-ish.
it's like 10.
Exactly.
Feels bad.
Yeah, I mean, it is... I always consider Monkey a counter to Pango in the lane, simply because once you get the Jingo up, Pango has... You know, like basically one is RNG reliant and the other is not. I am not a big RNG fan. Naga Siren.
For me, the way you play with Pango on that lane as well is you creep skip with your position 4, right? Like you can do that. This Naga Siren yesterday was played as a 4, talking about that.
It looks like a 4.
Twas indeed.
Was
you think it's looking
Saxa.
like a 4 again or no?
Actually, I think it's going to be probably a 1, because it lanes really well against Beastmaster.
Are you afraid of the Shaker at all with all the
I mean,
illusions and whatnot?
They didn't even look like they thought about picking, you know,
Yeah.
they just like instantly picked it. I don't even know if they saw the Shaker before they picked it. Like it just came out right away.
Yeah, it was an instant pick.
And so I mean, if I'm Naga, Shaker is a little bit scary, but not super scary because most of the time your Illus won't be with you here. You're not like a PL, you know?
Yeah, you're just sending illusions in. That's it. Yeah. So you have to be actually extremely patient as a Shaker to
Yes, you
wait
do.
out that right moment to jump in. But the problem is sometimes that moment never comes. Your allies are already dying and you need to make a difference. So
And the problem also is, I mean, I guess they counter each other. Like you can Naga sleep when he Wukong commands, or you can, or the monkey can just kill all the illusions with Battle Fury / Maelstrom and an Aghanim Scepter. I guess they just kind of counter each
Yeah.
other in that regard.
I think Naga has a bit of an edge there. I mean, the sleep is just such a nice reset, especially later on in the game when usually there's no counter to Wukongs with the outer ring. It's just an insane ability. But
one problem that I'm seeing here, though, isn't even though Monkey does well versus Pango in the safe lane, he will be coupled with an Earth Shaker, right? This or an, actually AA should be there. Never mind.
It should be
Take that
Monkey
back.
AA.
Yeah, Monkey AA safe lane and Shaker Beast off lane.
Yeah.
That's much better. Yeah.
one thing I do
Scratch
quite
that.
like about Shaker now, though, is that it used to be the fact where people would pick it versus PL, and it was okay. It wasn't amazing because you'd have to jump in and slam, pretty much. Like, you know, you can't open with Fishy. You have to go in, you got to jump in and slam, and try and get the kill like that. Otherwise, you know, just Fisher is not going to be enough to do anything to a PL. He's just going to doppel the moment he gets out of it and be absolutely fine. So it was either Fisher and slam or Fisher and walk off. But now with the shard, he can keep these illusions locked down. He can offer much more control against these illusion-based heroes without having to give up his body.
Yeah. You still want to get that dagger first, but after the
Yes.
dagger, yeah, you
Yeah,
get the
okay,
shard.
it's not a
definitely.
replacement for dagger. It's
SF.
SF.
Banning out the Naga combo.
Banned out.
Yeah, SF is banned out. Morphling
Invoker
banned out on
banned
the other
too.
side. Yep.
They
So
don't really have a Naga combo right now, right? Like, I guess Coil, but there's not really a combo.
Darkseer for the old school.
It should be Pango off lane. It feels like they're... Or is it Pango 4?
Pango 4, some new Borax material, perhaps.
Yeah, I can dig it.
Then a mid puck, and they could last pick their off lane. It's good against Monkey. What would that be?
Bat is banned out. Phoenix banned out.
Monkey is a very strong laner.
Get me Darkseer, dude. I'm down.
All these melee laners don't really enjoy playing versus Monkey for obvious reasons.
Even Darkseer also is a
Yeah.
bit rough. Well, it's going to be a tough pick if they choose to pick an off laner.
I think you stick with the Pango as the off. Oh,
Quap.
all right, Quap instead.
Oh, so it's either puck or Quap. That makes a lot more sense.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause
Okay,
then,
okay.
Then you have the blink, the mobility against the Monkey King. Can't stack up the Jingo too easily.
Such a funky draft from Aster, though. I'm not sure I like this that
Fresh
much.
and funky, though.
It's
It's
very-
not just funky. It's fresh and funky, and I
It's
like
just,
it.
it's just very complicated in a way that you have to create so much space for this Naga with your two playmakers. You literally have the Quap and the Puck both playmaking, right?
We'll do the same thing.
Do the same
No
thing
front
in the
line.
mid game.
Yeah.
No front line. Pango can bring you some utility, I guess. After Maelstrom, you can go for. But the question
plus
is,
4 even.
yeah, who is 4 here? Is it Pango or is it Quap?
I think it's Pango.
Probably Pango, right?
Makes
Because
more
of the matchup, yeah.
Yeah.
in the lane. So the lane matchup is better for Quap, but I'd rather still have a richer Pango somehow, because he will bring at least some utility and some front line in that mid game, which Quap definitely does not bring.
Time, Ember.
Ember Spirit will be the final pickup then for a PSG LGD. And that's going to round off both of these drafts. We have them both finished up. So, based on what you're seeing in front of you, gentlemen, what team do you think has the edge?
LGD.
You guys aren't believers. Come on. Team Aster, they're keeping it fresh. They're keeping it interesting. And I like what they're doing. I think I'm going to go with Aster on this one. But that's the quickest prediction segment we've ever done.
I mean, your luck will run out eventually.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You can't always just say, I like this.
Nah, he's just going against us. That's it. Like, we predict something, you know, because of some experience and knowledge, and then he's like, nah.
You know, until my luck runs out, I'm just going to keep on strutting around like a peacock every time I get it right, though. And talking about peacocks, we've got two lovely peacocks over in the casting booth with their lovely plumage. Hello, Peacock and Lacoste, gentlemen. How are we doing?
Doing well.
Doing good.
Doing well.
You know, we've seen weirder drafts win, so, you know, I still wouldn't say that Team Aster is completely out.
But
however,
what are you voting for?
PSG LGD, you know, they are still playing the simple Dotas, easy to execute, standard stuff, not messing too much with their lanes, with their roles, so looking a bit better for LGD, I would say.
All right, Peacock.
Yeah, I have to agree. Ame on the Monkey King. It's like one of the strongest Monkey Kings in the region. Plays really well. LGD, I thought they were a step behind winning that first game, but here, I think we're pushing it to a game 3.
Alrighty, well, that's going to just about do it for the prediction, guys. You know, we'll see which way the cookie doth crumble. But, guys, let's get into it. Game number 2 of Aster versus LGD starting right now. Take it away.
At game number 2, ready to go. Aster with a 1-0 lead over LGD. Potentially another upset coming in the Chinese DPC already. The big one from IG just about an hour ago. Maybe another one coming out. That could be a big shakeup. Ready to go.
Yeah, Ame kind of in the end of that game. We didn't see too much of him in the last like 10-15 minutes. Could have bought that rapier a bit earlier, but yeah, in the end, maybe he wanted to do too much with it. If he didn't go that way, the game could have ended, maybe lasted at least 5 more minutes. You know, maybe he would be able to farm another rapier, but here we are.
Yeah, ready for game 2. The Divine Rapier was almost the answer. I know you were saying if he bought it earlier, it could have been a moment for LGD to make their move. It did look like the Rapier was the answer, though. They made that fight happen in between the tier 4s, and things were close, and then just a little bit of an overreach from that. Ricky ends up in the trees away from his team.
Yeah, he kind of forgot that the other 2 heroes don't have 2 charges on Blink Strike, plus a Blink Dagger, and he's miles away from his team.
Yeah, just way too far. They can't save him. And then that's what ends game number 1. Here in game number 2, though, Monkey King not in the 4 position. It's not going to be like that first game where Wukongs comes out and you could really just fight into it because it's a 4-position Monkey King. This time it's going to be a 1-position Monkey King for Ame, which gets a little bit different. I know his favorite build is the Battle Fury into the Ags. Kind of brought that to the Chinese region when he was building it all the time. So we'll see if that's what his go-to is in this game.
I still think you don't need Battle Fury and Ags. Getting Ags into one defensive item like a BKB, from what I've seen, at least in the European scene, just seems much better, where Aghanim Scepter is the farming tool. It's the tower damage, so it's a must-have item on a core monkey.
It already has that Orb of Corrosion. That's what we've been seeing on a lot of heroes. Orb of Corrosion. It's been on a couple of 4s, been on a lot of carries. This is the big pickup. It's the big new item. Getting picked up by a lot of heroes, picked up by everybody.
It really is. You know, it gives a bit of HP, slow, minus armor. Like, this is the item that Pango wants to actually get. It feels so good on it. When you combine it with the Lucky Shot, extra minus armor, disarm, you get so much value out of it. One thing I'm not also very convinced by is position for Earthshaker. Like, this hero just doesn't feel great compared to the other position 4 heroes right now, where he relies so much on getting that Blink Dagger. And if the laning stage is not going well, if you're not making stuff happen, then you're like, what am I doing? How can I get the farm? So, could be a tough one.
Well, in the same vein as that, what about a 4-position puck? Because you've got Borax on the puck. Is this a hero that feels even close to what it feels like in a core role?
Sure. I mean, we've seen some position 5 pucks in Southeast Asia. I believe it was Bombi who was playing it, getting a 4-staff and the Aghanim Scepter, snapping the coil. Like, you will get the farm eventually on this hero, because you can kill the creep wave with the Illusory Orb and the Vanning Rift. So that's always going to be nice. If things are not going well, you can try to creep skip. So, yeah, I mean, I actually talk a lot about OD being the most flexible hero. I don't think you can play Puck as position 1, but other roles he can fill in real nicely.
Yeah, and one of the things to look out for Aster is their mobility. You've got Puck, who can use that Illusory Orb, jaunt away, blink there for the Queen of Pain, Rolling Thunder, as well as the Swashbuckle. It's going to be hard to catch all these heroes on Aster. LGD, how do they go about just locking down this team?
One thing I like about Lanham's build is he buys Boots of Speed on a Baton as the first item. Then you don't need to buy Boots of Speed after, if you know what I mean. You know, sometimes position 5 struggles about that one, and now he brings some extra regen, clarity, and some tangos. Once he gets to level 2, Curse of Avernus, he deals well with these melee heroes. Also, I don't think Boar will be very strong in this lane. You have Naga. You have a Baton that can kind of deal with that. And now they're going in. They're already level 2. A lot of harassment.
Yeah, it's seeming like a bit of a tough lane. Only 5-1 for the Beastmaster. And Jinkyu just sitting with 0 last hits. Not that he's trying to take him away from Faith Beyond at all. This is 2 melee heroes dealing with this Naga Siren as well as the Abaddon. Like you said, got that Curse of Avernus as well as the Aphotic Shield. Looking over mid, White Album up against Nothing to Say. White Album really holding his own over mid with the challenge of going up against the previously ranked #1 in the region of Nothing to Say. He usually splits that spot with XM. And now going up against White Album, it's been quite the contest in the first game, and now the second game.
Damage, actually, on that Ember Spirit. Queen of Pain does not have a point in Blink yet. You know, going all in on the damage. Just putting 1 point in a Shadow Strike could be a bit tricky, landing those a bit later because of the Sleight of Fist dodge. Let's see if she decides to just save a point, see what happens. No, just gets the Blink.
So now 1-1-2. We've got Faith Beyond by himself for now as Jinkyu's gone over, spotting the pull from Lanham. We've seen it a couple times. You pull and then your carry a little bit too far out in lane, ends up dead. Saw it in the previous game. Lanham now getting focused just a bit. But Nothing to Say, taking some damage. There's the Shadow Strike, has 2 sips on the bottle. White Album low on health and mana himself.
Nothing to Say will need help to refill the bottle. Okay, seems like he's just going to go back.
All the way back.
No, he's bringing salve. Does not want to lose that much on the XP. Will use a healing salve, but the 4-minute rune, someone needs to check it. Like, you have a really good hero to check it with. That's Earthshaker, and he should be the one doing it, because if Queen of Pain sees one side of the rune, which she does, then can just blink over to the other one and get it.
So White Album ready to blink. Nobody really coming over. 7 seconds remain until that rune is up and available, and it looks like it's going to be White Album's, which probably will mean that Nothing to Say is going to need somebody to TP mid post-death to refill the bottle. Although White Album taking a lot of damage, finally blinks over, picks up that illusion rune, pops it immediately, and now has the bottle to sip on. Meanwhile, Innocence going down to Borax.
It's a level 2 silence, so he can deal with that. Pango doing better than I expected in this lane. 18-3 against 23-6 from Monkey King. Both of those heroes have Orb of Corrosion already done.
Q just surviving with 15 health on the edge of death. And yeah, there's the TPN. Innocent's dead. He comes after death. Refills the bottle. A couple of sips for nothing to say. And now he's got a full bottle to deal with, while Queen of Pain, half health, half mana, and no sips. But it's about to be the 5-minute mark for the bounty.
He's even going to stack for himself. But nothing to say. He's glad that his Ancient Apparition actually died there, so he can refill the bottle. Sometimes it's a feel-good moment when one of your teammates die and can actually do that.
And that refill, that death, not the worst thing in the world. Yeah, you gave up first blood, but able to refill your mid's bottle. White Album now.
Let's see the refill.
Adam comes in. He'll refill his mid's bottle, and now they're looking to maybe go on nothing to say. This is already a 2K lead for Aster over LGD. There's only been one kill in the game. It's pretty much strictly farming that they've got themselves this lead. Jingu's proc XXS on the run. One more shot. Monkey King melee range, not enough.
Shaker is scouted. Queen of Pain got that Sonic Wave, but it's not enough to bring down Ember Spirit. He's constantly regening up with the bottle. New rune spawning in 5 seconds. Abaddon just lurking around. Let's see where the RNG is. It's top. It's a good one for Quap.
It will be a double damage to refill that bottle. I've already spoken about it quite a bit. Balance strike from Ame, but now into the hands of this Earthshaker. Fissure comes in. Borax low and pops the Fairy Fire, the Chilling Touch. One more right click from Innocence, gets revenge.
Meanwhile, in the top lane, Queen of Pain uses that double damage, gets an easy kill on a Beastmaster. Naga Siren, let's see her item build. She's getting Power Treads into Manta style. Double Raid Band, pretty standard stuff. I've seen like Naga Sirens not getting the Fusel Blade anymore, like going for more tanky build. Like Scotty is a lot of value here against like these melee cores. Monkey King move speed reduced and he's healing, which is going to be pretty nice.
With that kill up top 2 for the Queen of Pain, didn't use the Sonic Wave. Just had the double damage, still holding the Sonic Wave, might make another aggressive move.
The biggest strength of Queen of Pain for me always was, like, you can't play that aggressive on your side lanes if she has that ulti up. Like, if you dive a bit too hard, you know that there's going to be a rotation and easy cleanup for Quap. Also, one thing I like about Aster is they have Abaddon into Beastmaster, into Earthshaker, so this Abaddon is going to feel real good. You need to commit a 90, 80 second cooldown spell on a Beastmaster, and he just removes it with a Photic Shield.
Yeah, so has a way to really nullify what's coming from the Beastmaster. This has been, what, the only 2 games we've seen Abaddon up to this point? I know, one weekend, but nobody else picking it just yet. Aster have a game plan with it, and it really does a lot against the side of LGD. As Innocence dead again to Borax. Sonic Wave comes in, nothing to say. He's fallen.
He got silenced. Lanham, 4 hits. Curse of Avernus.
Leads to the silence. Ends up leading to that kill, and around the map, Aster go again. They have been able to find these pickoffs. They're 4-1 right now, 3K lead. Everything coming up Millhouse for the Dire side. This is a really tough game right now for LGD. And the question is, can they turn it around being down by so much already?
You talked about Monkey King, you know, getting the Battle Fury. And now that I think about it, in this particular game, like maybe when you're playing against the Phantom Lancer, against the Naga Siren, Battle Fury sounds okay. So, you know, this one could be really good, but usually I'm not fine with the Battle Fury on a Monkey.
What usually draws you away from enjoying
It's just not
that
ability to join fights.
Yeah.
Aghanim Scepter doesn't give you any stats, you know. Aghanim Scepter gives you tankiness and allows you still to take fights with the team. You want to be more active. With Battle Fury, you're playing a kind of a different game. So bottle refill on the bottom. 2 bottles on Aster, 1 on Queen of Pain, 1 on Pangolier. He's getting very close to level 6.
Or that Rolling Thunder is going to be a nuisance. Chipped Vest found. Ironwood Tree. Faded Brooch. Royal Jelly for
Oh, Jelly is
Aster.
good. Chipped Vest, one of the worst, if not the worst tier 1 item right now. It's good on like Axe possibly, Legion Commander. Other than that, it just doesn't feel that great. The only good thing about the item is actually Regen. You can give it to carry so they can, you know, sustain in the jungle. Other than that, I just don't feel much value.
Going after Lanham. He's getting
There's
low.
the roll.
Strike. And
Oh,
there's the Rolling
Fisher
Thunder.
blocked him off.
Come back over. White Album taking a lot of damage on this one. Throws the Sonic Wave. Innocence a shot from dead. But Ame finishes off. White Album gets the second kill. And that's a 2-0 in favor of LGD. All of a sudden, the net worth drastically dropping back towards LGD. But still a lead for Team Aster.
Bango kind of making a mistake there. Thought he had enough space to go around a Fisher. Actually
Roar on
bounces
Monet.
back.
Ooh. Just a little bit of damage, nothing more. Thought that would turn into something more. Sorry to cut you off on that last thought.
I was done anyway. Naga Siren's still, you know, in the lane. 10 minutes in, using Song of the Siren and just getting completely out. Yeah, I expected Naga Siren to fall back to the jungle a bit earlier. Maybe leave some XP for your position 4 or 5 to get on the top lane. But the Baron, much better levels in this game than the previous one, where he's already level 6, 11 minutes in. Almost level 7, actually. He took the tone, for sure, because Puck is level 5.5. Maybe they just share, you know, one game you take it, the other game I take it, so... Pretty bro thing to do.
Yeah. Very bro thing to do. It's a step in the right direction for supports to really share. So 2K lead. There was a Royal Jelly found by Jin-Q. Boundless Strike onto Lanham. Borrowed Time gets popped. He's by himself, but Borax is coming in as his White Album. Not sure they want to stay. Everybody's here for the side of Aster. The Rolling Thunder. No mana on Faith Beyond. Shadow Strike, Dream Coil, nothing to say. Coming around the back. Now the Swashbuckle's in. They've got the Silence onto the Ember Spirit. Ame moving forward. He's procced the Jingu, trying to find Borax, who's got himself just a handful of health, but the Balance Strike right on the edge gets the kill onto the puck, and now they look over at Lanham, who no longer has that borrowed time.
They were so close to killing the Ember Spirit. Lanham, no ulti, but has one more shield. I don't think that's going to do too much damage.
White Album looking for an opportunity maybe to throw a Sonic Wave. These heroes just aren't low enough on LGD.
Interesting build on Nothing to Say. 3-1-4 build. 1 point in Sleight of Fist. Don't believe I've seen that lately at all.
Illusion's coming in on Jin-Q bottom. What's the standard build for Ember instead of the 3-1-4? What are you used to seeing?
Well, it depends who you're... I mean, if you're like a safe lane Ember, maybe laning with a Keeper of the Light, but you want to put more points in Sleight of Fist to actually max it out. He was playing against like Quap and Puck, so maybe that's why he's maxing out Flame Guard, just to be more safe. Something that Fate Beyond does. Goes for Necro 3 without getting the Boots of Speed. Still going to be a very good timing on it. Around like 14.5 minute mark. Vision game will be really strong. Monkey sitting on the trees. You have a Hawk plus Book 3 getting rid of some of their vision.
On top of which, look at the amount of sentries strewn around the map for the Dire. Everywhere. And they've got 4 bottom, 4 top, I believe. One just expired on the top end of the river. Look over at Lanham, Ice Blast leading him. That's how you got to throw it. And Ame gets the kill, takes out the Abaddon. Good toss over from Innocence with the Ice Blast.
My only concern is with like these slow, not gonna say slower heroes, like a Naga Siren, where she gets a ton of farm, but you never feel like she wants to join the fight. It always feels like, yeah, I need one more item to be actually efficient. So Shaker, how's he doing? He's getting some decent farm. Very close, 500 gold away from a Blink Dagger. 0 deaths on him, so a lot of that passive gold income kicking in.
Yeah, he'll grab that Blink Dagger, then work towards the Shard, which obviously isn't available yet. XXS, level 9, and he's got an okay amount of farm. He's ahead of nothing to say by a couple hundred gold. And there's that Necro 3.
Once they get that Blink Dagger up, which should be very soon, one more creep wave, and it's done. They should be able to just try to seek for fights, smoke up AA in a bit of trouble. When I say trouble, I mean dead, but yeah, so that's going to be 3-for-1 bounty trade.
The thing on that, though, they haven't touched Jinkyu. He's been down here bottom for a while. And he gets to this point where he's allowed to get the blink. You'd kind of think that they'd want to punish him a little bit, being down in the bottom lane for so long. They don't even come over. Soon Chains is out of the puck. Borax in trouble. Miscoil from Lanham. Trying to keep alive the puck. They drop down the Dream Coil. Now they've got the silence. Sonic Wave comes in, and the Ice Blast over Lanham pops the borrowed time. They've got a lot of damage with the Swashbuckle from XXS, as well as the Rolling Thunder. That bounces Faith Beyond in the air. They've TP'd over Jinkyu, who does have this Blink Dagger. You got to be careful if you're Aster. I'm not sure they're aware whether or not he does have this Blink Dagger. And look at his positioning going up the steps, trying to stay out of sight.
That's my biggest concern right now. Like, where does the damage come from? Because Queen of Pain, she has that Orchid, already used the Sonic Wave. All mana burned on Lanham.
Grouping together, TP over, Echo Slam, Ice Blast, all in with the Fissure. Everybody's gone on Aster.
Wow, that was actually beautiful to watch. They got surprised with that. The Earthshaker 15-minute Blink Dagger. They left him alone for a very long time, and now it backfires. I hope we see that one again, because it was beautiful execution.
You just saw it setting up with the TP. Look at this, pucks right there.
Right,
They're all
this is
grouping
perfect. They're refilling the bottle, you know. Ember Spirit goes in. Nothing to say, gets a double kill, so, you know, you are going to be able to scale. Has Yule Scepter. I know Black is not the biggest fan of the Yule Scepter, you know, because he wants people to scale, but this time around I think it's a safe choice where you want to be able to get rid of the silence coming out from Queen of Pain's Orchid, Puck Silence, and look at the talent that he went for. Flame Guard Absorption, understands most of the damage that they have is magical, so I'll invest into that department. Alright, when does Naga Siren stops farming and says enough, I want to fight actually? Maybe when the Scotty is finished?
Potentially, still a little ways out from that. That first Echo Slam though, it really changes the tides of this game. You've got a 1k lead from LGD. Jinkyu, that first Echo was right
on
there.
point.
Right on point. And he's almost got that shard. I mean, that's a significant fight. Goes into the shard. That's going to be... He's almost going to have too much gold because it's not available. He'll have to wait. Doesn't go on sale till midnight. Midnight Madness. Has to wait online outside. Hope to be the first customer.
Have you ever done that? Like, that's such an American thing to do.
Waiting outside?
Yeah.
I did it once with Halo. But I was in college, so...
You had a lot of free time, huh?
That day I did, yeah, you know. Had some free time, picked up Halo.
Went home and played some Dota.
Yeah. I don't think I was playing Dota that long ago. 2011?
Dire are scanning.
Before my time. Ooh. Avoiding the Dream Coil, not going to catch Ame. Pango going for a shard himself. Midnight's just around the corner. Minute and a half away. Monet still just trying to farm the Scotty. Has enough for the point booster. Then needs to get into the ulti orb. That should be the moment where Naga is looking to fight, but sometimes with these Naga Sirens, you just never know. I need one more, like you said.
Well, maybe next patch she decides to, you know, join a team fight eventually.
Faith Beyond, meanwhile, he's still continuing to farm. Sending his illusions over. He's got a Blink Dagger, Spirit Vessel on Borax. They rooted up, nothing to say. They just don't have anything to follow it up just yet. Innocence, though, a bit far forward. Lanham spots him. There's the Blink as well as the Orchid. Immediately trying to TP. Sonic Wave is enough damage with Lanham hitting the right clicks Innocence drops.
Yep. Innocence, I think he's pretty fine with that. You know, baiting level 2 Sonic Wave that is a 2-minute cooldown ability, so they can start playing a bit more aggressive. We didn't talk about the Monkey King. He got that Battle Fury, farming towards the BKB. She wished she had a Sonic Wave there, plus one more hero. Beastmaster, roll.
Faith Beyond. He gets spotted. Dream Coil again.
Oh.
Balance Strike comes through. They've got the Wukong's command drop down. The silence no longer on a Faith Beyond. This will send them away, but they still get the kill onto the Beastmaster. Ice Blast coming in. That's a little bit to the left of Lanham. So Ame trying to fight, and a lot of these heroes just surrounding him. But they don't get the disarm, but they still have the damage.
I like how PSG LGD, you know, try to stop Pangolier from rolling. First, he gets the roar. Then there's a Photic Shield to remove it. Good Fisher from Earthshaker. And Pango realizes, you know, I can't be inside the Wukong's command because the monkey's still going to deal damage to me.
Giving up that Monkey King, who's top of the net worth for LGD. Very important fight for Aster. Naga Siren now with the Scotty coming out in now. Picked up the gold from those neutral camps. And the courier was ready to go.
It is time. It is time to try to do something. You know, you can still split push. Maybe she feels a bit afraid, you know, playing into Ember Spirit that has that Maelstrom finished. And into Earthshaker, who just hit level 12. So Echo Slam cooldown lowered by 20 seconds. So far, we've only seen one Echo Slam, but it was a damn good one.
Yeah. Hitting 3 heroes, Ice Blast to follow it up. It was the Wombo combo together. Now the question is, can they land that again on LGD? I don't know if Aster are going to give them that opportunity.
Smoke from them. Let's see what they can do. Spirit Vessel is there, so, you know, being able to
Radiant's middle tower is
cancel some of the Blink Daggers. They have 1-2 so far on PSG LGD. And just the, you know, reduction on the healing coming out from Monkey King.
Looking for the MK. Lanham coming
over.
over.
He has BKB.
Could turn
Might
the
need
BKB.
to bop it.
Sonic Wave, late BKB. Wukong's comes through. There's the Rolling Thunder. Great Fissure to block him in. XXS ends up dropping, and that is well done by Jinkyu as they're going to continue to chase. Nothing to say, leading the charge. Dream Coil down onto the Beastmaster as well as the Ember, but they've got the Yules through on Lanham, and another kill for Nothing to Say. He's now dominating 4-1-7.
Like, these fights are pretty much 4 versus 5. Naga Siren is keeping them in-game, you know, in terms of net worth. Staying 2k gold ahead of the Monkey King, 4k gold ahead of the Ember Spirit. But eventually, you need to join with the team and try to take a fight. This new BKB reveal, saving Monkey King, and now he gets the Aegis on top of that. Pretty easy Roshan with the Beastmaster and the summons.
So they take those couple of kills. I wanted to talk about, you know, shards being picked up for Ancient Apparition, Earthshaker, as well as the Pangolier. They got them exactly at 20 minutes. They all pick them up. These
AA
just the
Shard
best shards
is really good.
picks for all these guys.
Shaman, I rated up there. But yeah, the one on AA dealing AoE damage, reducing the attack speed feels really nice. Earthshaker as well, reducing the cooldown and yeah, allowing it to walk on the
Ame.
Fisher, plus stunning people on it. Ame has a BKB once again.
Oh, Fissure. We're almost grouped up for another Fissure. Just on the edge of that one. Almost an opportunity for Jinkyu, but again, almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. How many times I'm going to say that during the entire season, who knows, but it's already up there at about 4. Ame with the Aegis. He did have the Axe queued up for a moment, did pick up the Blade of Alacrity, switches it over to the Manta.
Wants to have one extra way to deal with the silences, so he does not have to invest into BKB. There's also no save on their side, like we have on Aster, where Abaddon can take off those silences, stuns. So yeah, kind of okay with that build from Ame.
So these Hawks have Dive Bomb now. He picked up the Shard on Beastmaster. Also going into the Axe.
That's one of the weirdest one, like Hawk going down, stunning people, dealing damage, and they become controllable again, which is, I think, the biggest part. So they're not static, you can move them around.
Is that really where the money value is, just on the moving them?
Yeah, I think even if it, didn't give the dive bomb, I would still pick it up in most situations. It's a moving observer board. Like, look at him, what he's doing with it.
Yeah, just following Lanham. Chilling touch, Faith Beyond coming around. There's the Aphotic Shield. They've spotted him, and they've already popped the borrowed time. Meanwhile, this is should be a kill for LGD if they want to commit to this. Innocence gets credit for the kill on Lanham, and I believe Sonic Wave was used by Whiteout.
Naga getting very close to full butterfly. Maybe this is the time. One can only hope, but with the Naga Siren, you never know.
0-0 and 2. 380 last hits.
That's a lot of CS, but, we're playing until the throne falls, not until someone hits the 500 CS. AA Blast. Bango's just like, I'll roll up.
With the Primal Roar, and there's the Remnant. Eventually nothing to say, getting yet another.
Becomes magic immune, but still there's an ability. Primal Roar that goes through magic immunity.
Just keeping an eye on this Naga Siren, because, Monet also queued up Heart. They use that Echo Slam. They come through onto the Queen of Pain. White Album taken out by Ame. Not as big of an Echo Slam, but still one that gets them a kill. Especially one onto the Queen of Pain, taking Quap out of the fight. Although now this, at least to me, feels like Monet feels safe to just continue farming. They're not going to come for me without Echo Slam, most likely. Our fight feels strong as well. Once this Queen of Pain is up, maybe it is the time for Monet to come out of the shack, get the sun in its eyes, and start to fight.
I played with Black's Naga a couple of days ago. It's the same thing. He never joins the fight. We still somehow managed to win a game, but, it's what Hero does. That's what I wanted to say. It never feels like you've done farming.
Wukong's gets used pretty leisurely, honestly, from Ame. And it kind of draws Aster back, but no engagement, just the Wukongs. A bit odd. Blink Dagger next for Pangolier, just 100 gold away from that too, so you'll have that Rolling Thunder with the Blink, which is always disruptive to these team fights.
Aegis will be gone in 20 seconds. Man, one can only hope Naga Siren does. I mean, I don't know how you feel, Bika, but I want to see her join a fight, see how things go, how strong she is. If you don't feel strong enough, continue farming.
Well, this is the point.
There's the smoke. Monet smoking and wants to go east, while the rest of the team going west.
He's got 420 last hits. This is the moment to fight. Now that moment's gone. 423.
Got to smoke up.
You
Speed up that farming.
Yeah, the smoke to get to the top lane. Axe being built by Nothing to Say. You've got Ame building an MKB. And then the Axe for the Beastmaster. Both Axe and the Shard on Beastmaster is what he's trying to get.
Beastmaster's having too much gold in this game. Like, what do I do with all this stuff? I already have Necro plus a Blink Dagger. How do I spend the rest? This Hawk will cause a lot of issues moving around the map, scouting where they are, so they might need to invest a lot of the gold into sentries or just straight up buy a gem, because they might have issues trying to find an opening. Find that smoke into something.
So they're grouping up over mid. Smoke on Innocence. Looks like they're setting up to potentially get a fight going, and there it is.
I wouldn't mind seeing Shard on Naga Siren. I think that one's really good.
Ooh, Primal Spring, Fissure doesn't land, Phase Shift, and now the Rolling Thunder comes in with the Blink Dagger from XSS. The BKB's been popped by Ame, going after this Pangolier. Dream Coil, Boundless Strike, Borax blown up by Ame. Now do they want to re-engage on this? I'm not too sure Aster are confident enough to fight. They do have Song to work with. They're getting close to the heart, though, for Monet. Might want to just wait. No Dream Coil available, no Rolling Thunder.
PSG LGD's lineup looks really, really strong in terms of team fight. Like, they have a lot of stuff covered. You have AoE, you have BKB piercing ability. Wukong's command was not even used there.
Ramming him forward, and XXS goes into the roll-up. But there's the Primal Roar, immediately nullified thanks to the Aphotic Shield. Primal Spring, Ame going in. They got the Fissure placed perfectly. Ame gets the kill on XXS. Now they'll chase Monet, who uses that song
to get out, get more CS. This might be for bounty runes for PSG LGD. Like, Naga Siren, she can't fight. Like, even if she joins a team fight, there's still a threat of the Earthshaker. Like, look at the damage. Ice Vortex reducing, or also increasing magical damage, to put it differently, by 30%, which also deals the damage with the Shard. Combine that with any kind of spell damage coming out from the Ember Spirit, coming out from the Earthshaker. Illusions are just gonna melt. That's why he's trying to get this heart to tank up a bit more.
Yeah, just 900 more gold needed on that. But all this time waiting for Monet at 0-0-2, 462 last hits has allowed LGD to secure a 9,000 net worth lead, which feels really good considering the fact that Naga wants to take up a majority of the farm all over the map. So heroes like the Queen of Pain, the Pangolier, they've fallen on the back burner of getting net worth.
Radiant's middle tower.
So it's all got to pay off. It's like the piggy bank. You put all that money in there, and then you're hoping you have enough once you crack it open.
Yeah, what if enemies crack it open and take all the money? That's my concern.
Then you've been robbed. So
they're just straight up stealing, like that's not allowed. So hard finished. What are we sitting at? Almost 4,000 HP when the power treads are on strength.
And just 1,000 gold away from that Ag Shard. That would be nice to have. Question is, are we waiting for it? Bloodthorn picked up for the Queen of Pain, so it was the Orchid BKB back into the Bloodthorn. Don't hate it from White Album, honestly.
I think what he wants to do is just try to go all in with the Naga Siren Illusions, where you're just hitting those crits with Siren Illusions. Second Roche already done. So Ame will pick it up once again, has a full MKB, his own King Bar to deal with the evasion coming out from Butterfly on Naga Siren. Yeah, I have not seen any aggressive moves from Aster in the last, what, 15 minutes, I would say?
Feels like that.
That smoke to increase the movement speed on Naga Siren to get to the top lane faster was kind of a highlight that they did.
Yeah, it was aggressive towards the creeps, but that was really it. These Wild Axes on a 0-second cooldown, the Deforestation of Faith Beyond. Has decent mana regen, can continue to throw these if he's not really checked up on, especially in these fights.
Yeah, he might need a different neutral item. There's no synergy because there's 0 cooldown. With the Quicksilver Amulet, which grants you move speed and attack speed when your abilities are on cooldown. I mean, I'm just trolling, you know, but he might consider it. Smoke from LGD. Let's see what they can do.
And Naga has the Ags queued up, gets the Ags shards, so wants that full, full buyout, that full 9 slot. Well, really, 7 slot. Shards don't take up a slot.
Would still prefer if she gets a bit more control in terms of like getting a basher. Lanham getting caught.
Chase Lanham, the question is, are Aster willing to defend on this? And it doesn't look likely. So a death from 1,000 cuts is what this feels like from LGD on Aster. Aster not answering back just yet. Being put on red so far. Queen of Pain. Level 19, level 20, just about there. Naga Siren, level 20 right there. But you've got a Monkey King who's almost 25. I mean, the experience difference is massive.
Naga Siren is not, you know, there when she's killing the camps a lot of the time. She can get experience only from one space, while Monkey King is jumping between those, farming fast with the Battle Fury. That's why he is much higher level.
And now hits that level 25. So he's ready. Ooh, Echo Slam, that gets used. They take out Borax. They look over to try and kill off White Album, who TPs out with the BKB. That 9-second BKB used. That's Echo Slam down, and Octarine picked up just afterwards.
Brown Boots, Blink, Octarine on Earthshaker. Now going for Eon Disc. Reducing the cooldown of the abilities. Like with the Shard, Fissure goes down to 11.4 seconds, which is not that bad.
Also have that Totem at 4.4. Echo Slam at 96.8. Picks up a Tome of Knowledge, trying to get to that level 20. So still an 11k lead. You've got Naga Siren 400 gold away from the Axe.
I'm not sure that's a game changer. I still feel like you would possibly need to invest more into the Abyssal Blade to be able to have more control. Yeah. Like Ensnare gives you an ability to go through magic immunity and reduces the cast range and the cooldown. Yeah, I forgot about that one. But still doesn't feel that great. So let's see.
Swashbuckle coming in as well as the Dream Coil. There's the Primal Roar, but immediately nullified thanks to the Aphotic Shield once again. Rolling Thunder coming in from XXS. They've caught Faith Beyond. He pops the BKB, but it's late. And that means Lanham will get the kill onto Faith Beyond. LGD thinking about having a response. Not sure they will.
Naga has also queued up an item that they already have, a Bloodthorn. I mean, if she wanted to go for it, then Queen of Pain would gladly get a different item.
Now Ame's got the shards too. Tree Dance reduced from 0.4 to 0.1 on the cast point.
Not the best shard. You know, it's an okay one, I would say.
Luxury.
3 out of 5.
Oh, and a leveler. You just take a look at the comparisons. Ame 8-1 and 5 to the 0-0 and 3 of this.
She got 1 assist in the previous fight. Hit the Beastmaster with 2 illusions for 2 seconds. It counts.
Assist?
Checked, exactly.
Monet just level 21, and you've got heroes about to hit 25. Multiple heroes. You've got the Monkey King already at 26, Ember at 24. This is... It seems really tough for Aster. Like, they're going to be fighting on the high ground, trying to defend.
Aster is just playing a farm game, but their late game is not stronger. So that's what kind of concerns me, where they did not want to take any engagement when Naga Siren was on top of the network, staying ahead, while other heroes didn't have that much. She still is on top of the network, but doesn't want to take the fights because doesn't feel secure. Finds Illusion Escape, 1 extra illusion. Didn't we check on her levels like 5 minutes ago, and she was level 20? Now she just got level 21.
It's not fast progression for the Naga Siren.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Comparing the XP per minute. Beastmaster, Ember, and Monkey King are all ahead of the Naga Siren. Naga Siren at 513, Monkey King at 895, Ember 695, and 550 for the Beastmaster. They're just leveling so much quicker. It's slow leveling for the Naga Siren, who's going Ag's Blessing and then the Bloodthorn.
Needs to make space.
I
still prefer if that
is
a basher. Yeah, just, you know, lock down through the BKB. She has the Ensnare to keep them in place, but you want to have that bash.
Leveler picked up for the Dire. We'll see who holds on to that. You've got the Illusionist Cape already on the Naga Siren, so not sure. Honei's looking to swap. Bottom, they've caught White Album again. Jinkyu using that Echo Slam, having the catch, getting the kill. White Album gone. They've gotten themselves yet another, and dead for 60 seconds without buyback.
Getting very close to E on this, so that's going to help out with the instant initiation coming out from the Earthshaker, or the Beastmaster will allow you to get the blink out, but looking very scary for Aster right now. They have not done anything except killing the creeps in the last 20 minutes.
Now they've come over, the Dream Coil is used, BKB is popped, Ice Blast flying forward, Fissure from a distance.
Dire's bottom tower is under
They don't
attack.
continue to go, although I say that,
he
nothing
got
to
him.
say. Blowing
Nice
up
Fissure.
Adam, and now the Fissure comes in. That's going to block out the Rolling Thunder from being on top of this Ember. However, the Primal Roar is used onto the Pango here. They don't have the Abaddon this time with the Aphotic Shield. Song, it's out, it's late, and it doesn't save XXS.
Those
Fissure from a
Fissures,
distance.
man, from Jinkyu, really on point.
Yeah, they're going to go after Monet. They've got the control onto the Naga Siren and just surrounded. Buys back, but it's not looking likely that this Naga is going to be able to do anything with all this farm. BKB's been popped by White Album. Sonic Wave to push him back. The Wukong's command is there. White Album in a lot of trouble trying to get out of the circle. Blinks into the well, and now will heal up. They don't actually take the tier 3 because the tier 2 bottom's still standing. That is a big fight and a big kill, causing the buyback from the Naga Siren. This is tough for LGD to finish at the moment, only because they've still got the Naga standing, but it's tougher for Aster to hold on.
Those beautiful Fissures from Jinkyu. Multiple times, just not allowing Pangolier to bounce off where he wants. Instead, he needs to bounce off the Fissure, can get through them or over them. And yeah, so you have Naga Siren using a buyback in that previous fight. That's it. That's exactly what the LGD wanted them to do. And now they kill her one more time. That's all they have to do, because Naga Siren is the damage. You kill her, game just ends.
Yeah. And after all this time farming, after all this time getting those items, at the end of the day, when your team around you dissolves in an instant, you can't fight 1v5. Now, I don't know if that's strictly because of the item progression, or not progression, but more the choices
If she had,
that Naga's made.
like, Shard, if she had another item instead of the Aghanims for free, she would still not be able to fight into what PSG LGD has.
Yeah.
Oh man, that Hawk, the Flying Hawk, is providing him all the vision.
Fissure, and there's the Remnant forward. They're looking for the Ice Blast. They're coming over now with BKB popped by Faith Beyond. They've got the Echo Slam dropped by Jinkyu. They'll look for Borax to get the kill on XXS. They've only got one dead so far. Monet trying to run. Now the focus is on to the Naga Siren, who used that song with the BKB popped by. Nothing to say though. Man fight still on. This is a 1v1 with Monkey King unable to do anything. Latinum's also dead, so you've got 2 heroes gone. They'll call GG on Aster, forcing it to a game 3. LGD make it look simple as they take this second game over Team Aster, who waited and waited and waited on the Naga to bake and be ready to serve, but not the best chef.
Yeah. I mean, she took her time, got some CS, but at the end of the day, you could never join team fights. And yeah, I want to, hear what my boy Black has to say about this Naga performance.
And we'll throw it over to the panel and have a little chat and see what they think. Back over to you guys.